Another last second trip. I planned this about mid-morning, and I'm headed there now after work. The area I'm really headed towards right now is what you see ahead of you, that mountain range. Pulled up Google Earth, I found a spot and said, that looks interesting, gonna go. So that's where we're gonna head to next. First glance, I thought a big fire must have came through here and wiped out the trees, but now that I'm in here, what I believe it is they get tractors, 2 tractors, and they put a chain in between the tractors, or hooked up to each tractor, and then they run the tractors in parallel and tear down all of the juniper trees that you can see up higher. And the thought process is, at least to my understanding, is what it does is it allows a certain type of vegetation to grow in lieu of having the trees removed, which is better for the environment, better for the flora and fauna. So it's pretty interesting in here, the way it looks with all these trees torn down. Man, I love exploring in the truck. Oh yeah, look at that. I don't know where I'm gonna stay. I'm just gonna find a spot and go. I'm thinking some of that higher elevation looks kind of interesting. If I can get to it, I think I can. Honestly, my plan is not really anything. I just want to go walk. I'm bringing the bow in case I see some rabbits. Up here, I don't know, I may not see much, but just in case. You know, ultimately what I'm doing out here is I'm just exploring a new area. What kind of tracks am I seeing? What kind of scat am I seeing? Is this going to be an area of interest down the road? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. I'm just exploring. It's fun to get out in the truck, get to places where I've never been able to do so without a truck. You know, hopefully I'll find a shed or two in here. Maybe not. I'm not seeing a lot of tracks. I'm not seeing a lot of scat. So I'd be very surprised if I found anything of that nature. A few tracks, a few deer tracks, but not a lot, and what I've seen is old. The sun is just about ready to go down. It's getting a little bit chilly. It's probably going to dip down into the 30s tonight. Be getting a little bit cold. Just heading back to the truck. Trying to decide if I'm going to stay where the truck is currently or go down a little bit lower and do some actual rabbit hunting in the morning. Thing is, I gotta get out of here by early morning because I have a soccer game, my daughter's soccer game at 10 o'clock that I need to be to, so we'll have to see how that works out. Sometimes, honestly, it's nice on these kind of trips just to come up and do whatever, you know, roam around, no real agenda, just enjoy being out here for a quick little getaway. It's pretty sunset. Back in the truck, I think what I'm going to do is I'm on top of a ridgeline right now. So to reduce my exposure to the wind, I think I'm just going to drop down a little bit, get in a little bit lower elevation, a little bit better protected in the trees. Probably going to sleep in the bed. We'll see. Saw this little place on the way up. So this is a little bit down the valley. I think this will make for a nice little spot. Obviously a camping area that people have made. So this should work just nice. This is where I'm going to cheat tonight, guys. I'll be honest. A lot of it is I'm just going to test out the Kodiak. So I'm going to use this electric blanket with this tonight. So that'll be pretty warm. We'll see. The one thing I've noticed though is these electric blankets, at least this kind, is pretty cheap. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So cross my fingers that it'll work. If not, I've got a nice sleeping bag. I'll be fine. Well, I'm a little concerned about frost tonight. So what I need So I've been thinking about getting a shell for the truck, but I can't decide if I want to get a shell or one of those just bed covers. I'm debating. Figure out how much they cost first. It's morning time. Well, I'll tell you, sleeping with that electric blanket, man. Whew. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. You know, if you look at the trees, you might think I'm in this nice little forested area, but I'm just in a little pocket of what they left down here in the bottom of this valley of tearing the trees down. So, I mean, that whole mountainside right there is covered. Of course, those are as you get up higher, but I think I'm looking at probably a 2-hour drive home, so I need to be out of here by probably 8 o'clock in order to make my daughter's soccer game, so you got to keep that in mind too. Alright guys, gonna call it. This has been a fun little trip, just a nice little getaway, but thanks for coming along. We'll see you.